Ding 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 ding.
Easy work, man.
Easy work, man.
Well, folks, what's the crack? What's the story? How are we doing? This week I have grown my hair back out again. I'm going to put on a bit of lipstick and a big yellow glove. Would you look at that? It's not actually me. It's Isla. It's Isla. She's doing a bit of work for once. Look at that. She's even got all my gear on. It's basically going to be Isla making a few wooden beams this week. Making some art, some abstract art. So you know those big beams that you get in the old cottages, like the supporting beams in the ceilings. We're making some of them. I had another video a couple of weeks ago, chatting through that, a wee diagram showing exactly what I'm going for. So I'd been down to the old timber yard, Rembrandt Timber, picked up myself some wood, a few wooden beams, and here's Isla scratching them up, making them look old, getting stuck in, and using the planer. She's put down the planer and she's going for the hammer. She's gonna get real aggressive here. Look at that. Fucking look at that. Like, put your back into it a wee bit. She's a lefty. She's got a left hand. So basically what we're doing is we're just aging the beams artificially, trying to make them look as they would look. We know whenever you go into all those old houses and you look up and the beams are all brown and old and kind of old nails hanging out of them and stuff, but it just looks beautiful. It looks cool. So we're trying to do this with basically new timber. So we're just getting them roughed up a bit, roughing the old tail feathers. So using that planer thing, which, you know, I don't really know what the fuck you do use that planer for, because I've tried using it for multiple things in the past and it never works. And then once we have it all roughed up, she's going to put this oil stuff on. It's called Osmo oil. People use Osmo oil for like kitchen worktops and stuff, but we're going to put it on this wood just to give it a good stain, get it looking nice and dark and brun. So I always shake up your oil before applying. She's doing. And I think she's got herself a wee tester block here. A wee tester block. She's giving it a good wee sand down, because apparently whenever you sand it down, it exposes the grain a bit more, and it shows up better when it's oiled. Don't know who told me that. It could have been ChatGPT, but you know what? Seems to work. ChatGPT is completely mental, by the way. I've been using it loads recently, even using it in work, and I'm thinking, you know what? They're not even going to need me in about 5 years. I don't really need doctors anymore. Because you can just ask ChatGPT, and to be honest, it's always right. It's always right. So I'm clinging on to, you know, the reason that people are going to need me and need my job in 5 years is because they want the human element, the human interaction, a bit of empathy. Because I'm so empathetic. Try doing that, ChatGPT. We'll see. Anyway, she's getting the stain on, bit of brown stain. Alright, look at that. Getting her rubbed in with a wee bit of a cloth. And it's just a bit of a tester to see if it works before we go and do it to all of our lovely big beams. Oh aye, and she wanted to match it to the vanity that we got for the bathroom. So there you can see. I think the side on the right is the one that she sanded, so you can see the grain so much better. Whereas on the left, not so grainy, not so grainy. There you go. Always sand down your beams before oiling, before getting them slicked up in some oil. We'll have loads of these big beams because they have to go in, well, not loads. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them because they're going in 5 rooms. They're going in the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom, the living room, and the hallway. And that is, you know, every single room in the house. Don't know if you count the hallway. I'm counting it. So they're all getting beams. And we're going to pretend that it's a nice old cottage. Which which it kind of is. But we're going to make it look very antique. So it's just going through different processes here of aging the wood. Of Asian wood. People in work always harp on about the aging population, and I always play dumb and say, the Asian population, they're all right. Like, they're all right. You know, they tend to keep to themselves in their own wee communities. They've got their own culture, and you know, good food. What I like about Asian food. And they just look at me like I'm some sort of idiot, and they're right. The Asian population. Well, we're Asian wood here, and she's got. I don't know what this is. Is this a lathe? I have no idea if that is a lathe. I don't really know what a lathe is. A lathe. Wee thing with a bit of a blade on it, and you just rip at it, and it skins a bit of wood off. Shaves a bit of wood off, I should say. Maybe it's a shaver. A shaving lathe. I don't know why she's got her t-shirt up on her head like that. She must be because she's Asian wood. It's a hijab. Now she's back on the hammer. And I don't know what this is that she's got. I don't even know what you call that thing. I know why she's got that hijab on now though. It's because it's so dusty in there. She must be keeping it out of her hair. And that does not look like a safe way to be hammering in a spiky thing. Do not hammer it in towards your own groin. Do not try this at home. Kids. There you go. Isla likes to set up the nice shots. It's a lot more artistic than whenever I take the videos. I give her free rein with the camera for a day or two. And she's been setting up all these nice shots, and it looks way better than whenever I do it. I think I'm just scundered with it. She's look at her go here. That's definitely not on right. She's acquainting herself with the drill. So let's see. There we go. That looks more like it, doesn't it? I don't know what this thing is. It's some kind of toilet brush on the end of a drill. I think we got it down in the old hardware store. Big up Billy Ross, WD Ross, sorting us out with the hardware. Some man. We even got an axe now. She's got a hatchet, and she's back on the sander. Doesn't know what to be at with this Asian wood. And then we've got it outside because she's going to be getting them all oiled up, setting them on the bins, getting a nice good few shots. The artiste. Make me a bit jealous here. Wish I took some like nice videos that actually looked kind of classy and artistic with the bins. That's rugged. So she's just getting this Osmo oil rubbed in. Getting her well rubbed in with a wee bit of a wee cloth. And then the rain comes on. Classic Scotland. Yeah, it was honestly the sunniest day ever. And then just starts pissing down on top of this newly oiled wood. Panic stations at the ready to try and get them inside again. Undercover! Get them back undercover. It's a shame, isn't it? Look at that rain. Pissing down. And there's wee Jean coming out to say, get them out of that rain. Quick. She must have, she needed some muscle to come and help move these blocks. So there he is. There's the muscle himself. Look at that. The biceps and that. So we got them inside. And she's going to get the rest of the oil put on. I don't know where I've been for all this video. In fact, I do. I know what I was doing. I was, because we need to put these up on the ceiling. So I've been preparing the fixtures to hold them up against the ceiling, which is a lot less glamorous work, I have to say. Wasn't as much fun as doing this, as beating the fuck out of a few wooden beams and getting them all oiled up. And that looks pretty fun. She's had a wheel of a time, and I was in there in the dust, you know, grinding myself to that bone. Classic, like, that's what men are for. But you can see what the crack is with these beams. You can get the idea. you can just picture them being in some beautiful old cottage, some old kind of, 15th century English barn. This is what they looked like before. This is what they were like in the timber yard. Look at that. And then this is what they look like after. I can't speak. Look at that. Look at the grain showing up and all the wee old marks from banging, and shaving and lathing with a hijab. There you go, folks. Asian wood. Take it easy. Have a good week. Have a nice day.